Happy Halloween. You're watching the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Do want to remind you that it is not, as well as being an amazing holiday, it is also time to turn your clocks back. So spring forward, fall back. Yep, so on Saturday night, make sure you do that, otherwise you'll be late for everything on Sunday. We do want to thank so much for our supporters. These are people who've stepped up and said, hey, we like what you're doing, we'd like it to continue. So we'd like to thank our premier supporters. They are the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, and the United Way of Steele County. Also a big thanks to our primary supporters, Amy Swain Hearing Centers and Little Theater of Owatonna. We wouldn't be here without our interlude supporters. They are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of the Brick Meager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Clare Bridge and Sterling House, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Glanter and Sun Landscaping and Concrete, Owatonna Business Incubator, Owatonna Foundation, Profinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. Those are amazing organizations and businesses who are supporting us, and we'd like you to support them. And when you do go in, please say, hey, we saw you on the Owatonna Today Show. And if you're interested in becoming a part of this amazing team, give Leanne Alt a call at 390-5751. Stick with us today. We're talking with Kris Busse about what's going on. There's some interesting hunting things going on, so you want to stick around for that. And we're not hunting for candy, but just other things. We'll talk about it anyway. And then also a Bed for Kids update, so we'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Pete Grant, Superintendent of Owatonna Public Schools. We know that the financial stability of a family depends on good education. The United Way programs and initiatives prepare children to come to kindergarten ready to learn and offers mentorships and tutoring through the early school years. We're proud to be part of this United Way Community Campaign leadership team and encourage you to give generously this year. Our children are counting on us, and we're counting on you.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. We're not hunting for anything, we're harvesting things. So there. It's the deer harvest, right?
Correct.
Right. Now, why is that important, that distinction?
Well, I think it just puts it in a proper perspective.
Because it is a little bit about population control. Mm-hmm. Would you like to know who this is? Let's have you introduce yourself so people will know who you are.
Certainly. I'm Kris Busse. I'm the city administrator here in Owatonna.
And so we are talking a little bit today about population control for deer. Now, have there been problems?
We've had a history of complaints from neighbors in certain areas of the community where there's a lot of damage to landscaping and you know, they're running in their yards and, you know, close calls with cars and things like that. So it's one of those things that you do have to deal with in a city is to control the population of your urban wildlife. And so that's what we're trying to do in a humane and safe manner.
And is this something that we do every year, or is this year just kind of?
We've done it, I think this would be our third year. This is our first year with an archery hunt. In the previous couple of years, we've used our police force, our sharpshooters, just to go in and harvest a few deer. And this year we're trying with the archery hunt, and it's been a very popular thing with our hunters. And I'll let Mary Jo talk about more of the detail, but you know, with an archery hunt, you can, I think it has even less impact around the surrounding neighborhood, you would never even know that a hunter is there.
The sounds of that kind of thing.
Right.
Let's introduce Mary Jo Knudson. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Tell me a little bit about yourself first.
I am working with Park and Rec now for the last year and a half, and kind of spearheading the deer hunt organization. So.
It's a harvest.
It's a harvest.
A harvest, yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's a harvest.
Yes.
And again, so let's talk about this. So she mentioned a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the details, and maybe if you have a little bit more information on the background, that kind of thing.
Yeah, what we've been doing is we've been meeting since, I believe, March with the DNR and the police and several other people who have been involved with the deer hunts before. Kyle Ackerman was our person who did the proficiency test with the Medford Gun and Rifle Club, so he was helpful with some of those details too as far as the public doing it. We made sure that we had all of our proper licensing in place. Everything was cleared through the DNR. Janine Vorland has been wonderful in the whole process, making sure that we're doing things right. So following all the regular hunting rules as well as the DNR special area hunts.
It's so interesting to me because, from a high level, there's deer, fix it. But there really is, it's a process. You want to make sure that it's not overhunted. You want to make sure it's done in a safe way, not only for the hunters, but for anybody around them and the deer themselves. So it's just really interesting that there is quite a process to make sure this happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the first things that we had to determine was our wooded areas, we allow one hunter per 20 acres of land. So it's not we're saying, okay, whoever wants to go in, just go in and let's go and do it. We did have 88 applicants for the harvest, and they did have to pass a proficiency test. They had to agree to all of our rules and regulations as well as follow all the DNR regulations. We had 67 that passed the proficiency test, and we did a randomized draw after that to select 15 hunters for the harvest.
And they have their designated areas. They know where they can go and what area they're part of.
Yes, they each got to choose a certain park. If they were the first one chosen, they had their first choice and so forth. But we did have it, we have it pinpointed down to GPS locations as far as where their stands are, and we're getting that mapped out as of a couple days ago. I know that we were just finishing up that process. But we're going to have a map available at Park and Rec if anybody wants to see where those stands are.
As far as just to know information, or also just for safety?
Exactly. We have other safety things in effect. Each person went out with a park staff person, and they were told where the park lines were, where property lines were, shown where all the trails were. They're not allowed to shoot 150 feet near an inhabited structure or 100 feet from a park trail.
Because usually you cannot hunt on park property. That's
Correct.
why this has been such an organized event.
Yes.
Is that it is public property. People could be on there. And so, when is this the harvest taking place?
November 1st through December 14th.
Okay.
If at any time there are more deer harvested than what we feel was necessary, we can call off the hunt at any given time. Hunters are very well aware of that we can call it off, 5 days in if for some reason there's a whole bunch of deer that are taken.
These are all, as she was saying, these are all bow hunters?
They're all bow hunters, and no crossbows are allowed.
Okay.
And they've all passed a proficiency test, and from what I hear, a normal archery hunter would shoot a deer within, X amount of feet, but we almost doubled that for the proficiency test. So they have to be talented bow hunters as well.
Okay. Or were they just from the area, from Owatonna area, or did you get bow hunters from across the region?
We did have some that applied from, I think, as far as Northfield, Farmington, but most of those were Owatonna residents that have moved away.
Okay, so they're just aware of that.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have an age range of how the ages of the people who are participating at all?
They're all over 18.
Okay. So at least 18 or over.
Correct.
Okay. And do you have any rules as to what you will do, what they need to do with the deer once they have been harvested? Is there a procedure for the hunters?
They have to tag it just like they would any other deer, and they do also have to call and report it to us within 24 hours of taking it. So we have kind of a measurement of how things are going.
So they have to remove it from the...
Correct, and they have to remove everything from the trail, not like you would normally I hate
Field
yeah,
dress.
yeah. If you field dress it, they do have to take everything with them.
Okay, yes, yeah, I don't know anything about hunting, so
Yeah.
like.
So they aren't allowed to field dress in the parks. They just remove the entire deer.
So they have to be ready for that kind of thing.
Mhm,
So
correct.
okay, interesting. So why is this? We talked a little bit about some of this, but why? Well, how many deer are you hoping to harvest? Do you have any idea at this point?
It's a 5-bag limit, so each hunter could take up to 5 deer each.
Okay, and with 15, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Math is hard.
With talking with Janine from the DNR, and just in general, most hunters will take 1, maybe 2. When you figure in the cost of processing and tags and everything else, it just is a little bit more than they might want to do. And, you know, she said we won't come near the maximum limit, most likely.
People have questions about this or concerns. Who would they call to talk about it?
They can come to Park and Rec. Like I said, we'll have the map of the GPS pinpoints of where all the deer stands are, and we can answer any questions the best we can.
Good. And you also have a really fun event coming up at Cabela's.
We do. The White House Christmas tree this year is actually coming from Itasca State Park. It's going to be at Cabela's on Saturday, November 8th. It starts at 9 a.m. to noon is the tree display. There's live entertainment, coloring contest, food shelf drive, World War II veteran ceremony, and there's going to be fire rings near the stage to keep you warm if we get chilly by November 8th, which it might be. I know, and snacks and beverages are provided, of course, for any good event.
This is the tree that's going to be in the White House lawn?
Yes.
Okay, so how tall? Do we have any idea about the dimensions of the tree?
They haven't cut it yet, have they? Probably not.
Who knows if they've cut it?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's really, really big.
It has to be, yeah, I know. So that'd be it's kind of nice that it's coming from Minnesota. I know that's an honor, but to have it stop in Owatonna, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice, good. And when is that event again?
Saturday, November 8th.
Okay, good. And what time?
9 a.m. to noon.
Oh, okay, so they can come. So if it is a little warm and cool, we'll be okay.
Yes.
We're Minnesotans. Come on.
It's fine.
Good. Well, I want to thank you ladies so much for your time today, and I do appreciate it because I know you guys both are very busy and you got to get out of here too. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.
Sounds good.
We'll be
Happy
right back.
Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, same to you. Don't eat too much candy, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Brandy Wilker, and I play Lottie Grady.
And I'm Tim Fitzgerald, and I play Henry Ormond Royd in LTO's current production of When We Are Married, directed by Larry Ostermeyer and sponsored by JC Press and Wells Fargo.
Performances of When We Are Married will be held Friday and Saturday, October 24th and 25th at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, October 26th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, October 30th and 31st and November 1st.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Hey, don't miss LTO's production of When We Are Married. I'm not marrying him.
But why not?
I don't know. I keep falling asleep.
Just a bit of cheer.
Stop drinking.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I am Dr. Amy Swain from Amy Swain Hearing Centers, and for more than 20 years I have been helping people hear better. It has been a very rewarding experience, but so many people put off getting help with their hearing. Clients often tell me they wish they had started wearing hearing aids sooner, as their quality of life was improved so much with better hearing. Call me today at 1-800-804-3361 for a free hearing test at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. That's 1-800-804-3361, where Dr. Amy Swain wants everyone to hear better.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back for the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead, and we are here in a warehouse. Fascinating, I know. But what's happening inside this warehouse is really making an impact and changing kids' lives. And so we're going to talk about that today. And I have with me Sherry. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. If you don't mind, what we're going to do is have you first introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm Sherry Krupp. I'm the Executive Director of Beds for Kids here in Owatonna.
Okay. And what is Beds for Kids?
Beds for Kids is an organization that supplies beds to kids ages 2 to 17 that live in Steele County or the city of Waseca that are sleeping in unsuitable sleeping conditions. So they could be sleeping on the floor, on the couch, having to share a bed with a sibling or a parent, and our goal is to provide them with their own bed.
Sounds like a very specific need, and so it sounds like maybe somebody saw something and said, hey, let's help this out. Tell me a little bit about the history of Beds for Kids.
So Beds for Kids was started in 2010, and prior to that, well, it was founded by Jim and Sarah Packard, and Jim used to work in a service organization where he would go into homes, and he saw the conditions that some of these kids were sleeping in, and just really laid on his heart to try to help them. And so after a few years of thinking about it, praying about it, trying to figure out how he could help them, he brought it up to a group of friends, and they started the organization. They decided to just go ahead and do something about it.
So for about 4 years, you've been giving beds to kids. About how many beds over those 4 years have you been?
Typically, we've given out about 100 beds a year. However, this year we have had just this crazy demand, and we've already given out over 115, and we still have about 40 kids on our waiting list.
What's interesting, though, is you don't just give them a bed. You know, well, I'd like to know the process. So you do have bunk beds as well as single beds for kids. Do you actually go help them set it up, or you just like hand it all off and say good luck?
Nope, we go in and we set it up. So we'll get the phone call from either a social service agency or the family themselves. And, you know, we just kind of talk through their situation with them to make sure they fall in with our parameters. And then we put them on our waiting list as soon as we're able to deliver. We call and set up that delivery. And we actually go into the house, we set up the bunk bed or the single bed, sometimes multiple beds. And the kids also get, along with the bed, they get a brand new set of bedding, pillow, comforter, sheets, everything. And then depending on where our donations are at, we like to give them we call it a snuggle blanket and a stuffed animal and a nightlight to really just make them feel special and give them something of their own.
And all of these things are new. You're not getting used mattresses you find along the side of the road.
Correct.
No, these are actually brand new. Why is that important? Because, you know, there's some very nice, lovely, gently used things out there.
There are, and we do get a lot of phone calls about that, but it's really important to us to have those kids really receive something of their own. A lot of them, you know, they've had a pretty tough life, and we really want them to feel special and have something that is their own. And so by providing something that's brand new, it really helps with that.
And you are kind of a grassroots organization. You've started here in Owatonna. This is a brand new thing for you. And so the money raising thing has kind of probably been new to most of you on how to kind of get this kind of organization off the floor and actually working.
Yeah, it is new. You know, it's fundraising is something we kind of learn along the way on who to contact and who our partners are. We have fantastic support within Steele County. We have a lot of service organizations that donate to us, churches, schools, and businesses, and we definitely could not do this without their support.
Did you ever imagine it would be that so widespread when you guys started this? Like that many organizations would step up and say, hey, we like what you're doing?
No, and it continues to grow. So this year we're really trying to expand into all of Waseca County. So we're really reaching out to organizations and businesses in Waseca, and so far we've gotten a great response. Some of them are like, you know, just crazy wild, and we're just so overwhelmed with people's graciousness to us.
Good. So we're talking today about the new fundraiser because it's that time of year, and I know that there's been some a little bit throughout the year. I know there was a color dash that they did, some of the proceeds came to you, but this is your official fundraiser.
Yes,
Tell me a little bit about it.
This is our annual event. It's something different than we've done in the past. Previously, we've done a concert. This year, we really wanted to make sure that there was something for everybody. So if you only had 5 minutes to stop in, we wanted there to be something for you. So we're doing multiple things. We're doing a pancake supper along with bingo for all ages. So we're going to have prizes for everybody, kids to adults. And then we're also going to do a silent auction. We're going to have face painting. And this is all going to be on Friday, November 7th.
Okay, now I love me some bingo. I do have a question that you might not be able to answer now, but it's really something that's been bothering me a lot. Why don't they ever have bacon at pancake breakfast dinner thingies? It's always sausage.
It is sausage.
See? Work on that.
We'll have to work on that.
Sausage is easier to cook.
I don't care if it's easier to cook. Bacon is better.
People love bacon.
Can you maybe just have like the Shelley bacon section?
We can work on that. We'll definitely work on that.
No, that's for Shelley. You can have any.
Big old name sign on it. Shelley only.
So, you are looking for people to come, have a great time, enjoy it. You have some special things going on there as well. You were telling me a little bit about special bingo callers.
We do. We are having some special bingo callers. We have some great volunteers in the community that have offered to help us out. So we have physician Tim Van Gelder along with the sheriff, Leanne T.
Good job.
And Wilson Principal Julie Sullivan. So they're great members of the community and they have offered to support us. And so we're just really excited about that. We think we'll help it.
And I think
just
we'll have fun with it too. That's the kind of thing. Yep. So the silent auction, I'm sure that you still would be willing to take some basket donations.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what you're thinking that way.
So we're doing a silent auction. We're obviously looking for basket donations for that. We have some great things that have come in already. We just got a package in the mail today from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So we're getting some of that broader support as well. And so we're definitely open to baskets. They can be really any theme that you want them to be.
They don't have to be bed themed?
No, not at all. It's always kind of nice to have things just for guys.
Oh, the boys like
so the boys are
too.
included.
Okay.
So that's always great if there's something towards the boys or even teenagers, so they're not left out. Yeah.
Well, we're talking about teenagers. You mentioned this earlier. As you said, all of your things that you give to the kids are brand new. All of them are, but people do donate them to you, and so you've had some people come through and give you some of those. You call them snuggle blankets.
Yep.
But you're looking for more right now. You kind of have a little hole in that whole process. Tell me.
Yeah, we have quite a few for the younger kids, which are great because they get so excited about the blankets. Forget the bed, they want that blanket. But we want the teenagers to feel special too. And right now we don't really have a lot of teen themes.
So a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
One Direction.
Yeah.
What are teens like these days?
Maybe even more, the generic plaid or, just calming colors instead of, instead of maybe they don't necessarily like the princesses. And
what is wrong with them? SpongeBob, yeah.
I do have one of those in stock right now.
So call today. No, don't call today. So you're looking for people who maybe want to get together with a bunch of friends or with a youth group and start making a little bit bigger, a little bit more.
It's a great project for the youth groups, Girl Scouts. I know one group is going to have, that's what they're going to do for their Halloween party.
Okay.
So they get together and the students at Sacred Heart have been awesome about making the fleece blankets for their service projects. So
it's easy to do, isn't it? It's not too hard. You kind of just tie stuff together. I don't know. I've never made one. I'm totally making that up.
My husband and I have now made 6 of them because his entire family's getting them for Christmas.
Oh, you just told them what they're getting for Christmas. She's terrible. Can't take her anywhere.
But my point is anybody can do it.
If he can do it, anyone can do it.
No, if I can do it.
So you are looking for this. So if somebody wants to contact you and maybe even give a financial donation, or they happen to have a bunch of brand new bedding, how can they get a hold of you?
They can contact us at bedsforkidsmn@gmail.com.
Okay.
Our website is bedsforkidsmn.org. Okay. Or our phone number is 507-213-6312.
Okay. Now, you talked about a waiting list. Why is there a waiting list? What are you guys waiting for to help fill those needs?
So this summer we kind of had a gap in funding.
Okay.
Because the demand had been so overwhelming that we have to be very practical and smart about our finances. So we needed to kind of hold off on our deliveries. As we're getting closer to the fundraiser, we've been getting some of those funds in, so we've been able to ramp up again. The other reason is sometimes we don't have the volunteers. So my husband does a great job. He does most of the deliveries, but sometimes it's nice to have a little help.
Yeah.
And so sometimes depending on what that delivery is, we might need some additional help.
So if there's somebody who loves working with kids, helping kids have a little bit of better life, because seriously, sleep is so huge for kids, because once they sleep, they're healthier. They can also do better in school. They're not as cranky. My kids are really cranky right now. I think they need a new bed in another town. So that's really an important aspect to keeping them healthy and their schooling. So
It is. It definitely makes an impact on their life and makes them more productive.
When is the event again?
Friday, November 7th from 4:30 until 9.
And something for everyone.
And it's where?
Yeah.
It's at the Owatonna Eagles.
Okay.
Tickets for the pancake supper, which is 4:30 to 7, are $5 in advance, $6 at the door.
Okay. And then to play bingo, there's going to be a minimal cost.
It's $1 per game.
Okay. So good. All right. Well, thanks so much. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Like your warehouse.
Thanks. Anybody's welcome.
Come on over. Well, that was quick. Quick tour. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
We don't know what we're doing. Hi. So welcome to Owatonna Today
Hi,
Show.
I'm Jody Boyson
It is
with the
Halloween.
staff.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you do get out and enjoy this beautiful day. Make sure you're watching out though, because there will be a lot of little feet pitter-pattering around, and keep them safe as well. It is also a reminder again, daylight savings is on Saturday night over Sunday morning, so make sure you set your clocks back and lose an hour of sleep. I'm so sorry for that. So we're going to take a quick look at some community service announcements, and then we're going to go to a really fun little segment that Leanne was able to record while she was in Red Wing, and so you'll enjoy that little holiday spirit for you. But do want to remind you that absentee ballots are available at the auditor's office until Sunday or Monday. So if you really need those, you can get those. You can call 444-7410 for more information. There's the Catholic Daughters of America's Bake Sale. That's tomorrow from 10 to 1 at Sacred Heart Church. I do want to remind you that their Little Theater of Owatonna is having their play right now. It's called When We Were Married. It started last night. It'll be tonight and tomorrow. Make sure you get out and see that. I think it's funny, but that's because I'm in it.
She's prejudiced.
I am prejudiced, totally. But there's a really great group of people. Would love for you to come and join us there. Chad Lewis returns to the Owatonna Public Library with some great programming called The Most Gruesome Hauntings of the Midwest. That is Monday, November 3rd at 7. You can call Bonnie at the library at 444-2460 for more information. And we need you to give blood. So we have upcoming blood donation opportunities at St. Joseph Church Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, November 5th, 6th, and 7th. You can call 1-800-733-2767 for more information. On Monday, or next week, we want to tune in, of course, to the Owatonna Today Show. We're going to be talking with the Owatonna Hospital Auxiliary Holiday Bazaar, as well as a sneak peek at Triumph Graphics 2015 calendar. And Big Brothers and Big Sisters will be here as well. So we'll see you then. Thanks so much, and enjoy this little Halloween treat.
Woo!